guess looking back, these were my biggest mistakes. And I'll start with the first one that everyone said I was doing it wrong. I didn't listen. I was too stubborn. I thought I was doing the right thing. And that would be, I never raised the rent. Look, my entire philosophy here was that I had locked in such low prices at such good rates that I didn't have to maximize every dollar possible. I could just get a good tenant at a lower rent, never raise it, and as long as they paid on time as agreed, I just leave it there. I just want peace of mind. And that worked really well until one day it didn't. See, here's the problem with Los Angeles. A lot of these properties fall under what's called a rent control ordinance, which means you could only raise rent a small amount every single year. And if you don't take that increase, you don't get to make it up later. Instead, any future rent increases are only based on the lower amount. And that means one missed rent increase can compound into thousands of dollars over time. And that's exactly what I fell into. For many, many years, I operated on just never raising the rents. And then 2020 happened. And even though I had fixed rate mortgages, my insurance costs doubled. My repairs went up by 50%. The utilities went up 30%. And all of a sudden, that meant that some years I would literally just break even when one major repair would wipe out the entire year's worth of profits. So I had to raise the rent. Except I couldn't because the city of Los Angeles imposed a 3-year ban on raising rents. Anyway, by the time I finally did raise rents that 3%, it only covered a fraction of how much my own expenses went up during that exact same time. Now, had I been diligent and raised rent 3% every single year instead of trying to be a nice guy and just give people a break, wouldn't have been such an issue. But the lesson here is that being a good landlord doesn't mean you have to ignore the math, and you could still be fair, charging your tenants a reasonable rate that allows you to also be able to operate the property at the exact same time.